Hey everyone, welcome to Assemble. My name is High Ruler, and today we have a little bit of a different kind of show for you guys. If you're a YouTube watcher, you'll kind of get the vibe that today is going to be a little different. There's going to be no video for today. Basically, so kind of give you guys an update. So today, for people who don't know, I have a Sea-Doo, and today we're taking it out of the water. So I was at my parents' boat. And kind of what happened is I fell between the boat and the pier. So I kind of hurt myself in a few different areas. So I'm kind of just taking it easy today. But I still wanted to give you guys kind of just a little mini episode today to kind of get some content out there. And there's some things I do really want to talk about with you guys. But I want to make sure, I could do it and still kind of do it in a way that, still kind of gave you guys the essence of an Assemble episode. So kind of the few things I wanted to talk about today was about content creators and leakers. So last week, we talked about Miller, who is a leaker with regards to Avengers and everything that he was leaking and voice lines and character details and everything about that. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about in regards to leakers this week is fake leakers. There are going to be people out there who are going to take advantage of the situation. So I don't know what's going on with Miller exactly when it comes to his leaking. I know he's kind of stopped, but he kind of teases some things too. So I don't know if he's kind of scared of, any repercussions that could happen. But in his absence, I know there was one particular person that was leaking what they were calling models of characters in games. So there's also like the Infinity Gauntlet and stuff like that. And I trust Miller at his word, and I know Miller was calling these fake. So kind of the point of this is to just be very careful about people out there. They're going to be bad actors who are going to use the situation to kind of push themselves forward into the spotlight. And I want you guys to be just very vigilant of what you see in regards to the leaks. If it's from one person and there's no really corroborating thing, or say someone leaks something but it doesn't come true, like it doesn't happen, then I'd be very careful about that person moving forward. But if there's something leaked and then someone else that's a little more kind of community trustworthy that has confirmed it, then, that first person, you can probably take them at their word. But there are definitely going to be individuals now who are going to try and gain notoriety and try to deceive everyone with regards to leaking and everything like that. So I'd be very, 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 very careful moving forward about leaks and everything to do with that kind of situation. Now, the next thing I really wanted to talk to you guys about was streaming and content creators. So, you guys, for most people who know this, I'm a streamer, right? Like, I mean, like, everyone's a streamer, right? Like, you could be a streamer, your little brother can be a streamer, your mom and dad could be a streamer, anyone could be a streamer nowadays. So here's kind of the issue with regards to streaming. So a few weeks ago, or when the game came out, so the game's been out a month now, and if you guys remember on Twitch, if you guys are Twitch users, every big streamer was playing this game, right? Like everyone was playing Avengers. And on my stream, I said, you know what, it's a phase. Eventually there's going to be a time where these people don't play the game anymore, and what's going to happen is that once these people go down, the whole thing's going to consolidate. And when a consolidation happens, what happens is it gives way for new streamers or smaller streamers to kind of propel themselves to the top. And then usually what happens is people kind of come back to the section for new events, for new content, and they always want to see what's happening. So say, for example, right now, if you go to Twitch, or, I'm going to go to Twitch right now, then we're going to type in Marvel's Avengers, and let's kind of see. So the very first person is 66 viewers that I'm currently... by the time you guys hear this, or whatever, it's gonna be totally different, right? So at this moment, 66 viewers. Now, say for example, this person with 66 viewers, they stay there, they become big, more people kind of watch them. Now, when new content comes out, they're already having a built-in audience, which means they're more likely to be picked simply because they're at the top. So when they're at the top, that means more people are likely to click them. Now, the issue is that when you have such a small section and people are going to fight for that top spot just simply for the reason that I said. And one of the things that I'm going to tell you guys right now is there's going to be a lot of people view botting in these kind of situations. They're going to view bot because they want the top spot, so people actually click on them. The whole purpose and the point of it is that through fake viewers and fake viewership, people are going to actually click on them and give them real viewership, so they can start weaning off their view bot, right? So one of the things that I'll kind of talk about in regards to trying to find out who's view botting is you want to make sure you click their name and their viewership list. So you go on Twitch, in the bottom right they'll have say 60, 70, 80, 100 viewers. Make sure you go to their users in chat. When you go to their users in chat, you can see just how many people are in chat. Now, it's always not 1-to-1, but for the most part, it's going to be pretty good indication of who's actually view botting, who has the real viewers. Now, I used to say a good way to kind of look at that also was going to be like chat activity, but there's been lots of streams that I've been in, and they have real viewers, but their chat's just kind of slow moving. That's totally streamer dependent. I would never say go off chat because in chat be a good indication, because it's not. So yeah, guys. So just always be careful about who you're watching, and I'm not saying anyone who view bots is like a bad streamer or anything, um, because the nature of Twitch and discovery and everything to do with that means that sometimes view botting is actually a legitimate way to kind of get big in 2020, right? When you think about it, like viewer habits, viewing habits, viewer numbers, everything points to the top guys. So I'm just kind of warning everyone that as this kind of section consolidates, and streamers are going to be fighting for a smaller chunk of viewers, but to be that top guy for when new content does come out, there are going to be people who look at this as an opportunity to view bot and be at the top. So just be very mindful, guys, of who you're watching and who you're supporting. And if that doesn't bother you, you just want to watch the top person, then you can kind of ignore this advice. But just be very mindful that there are going to be people who are going to view bot, and and this isn't a call for anyone to like watch me or whatever. But I just want people to make smart choices, smart decisions, and to support content creators who are putting in the work, man. There's a lot of small content creators who are streaming Avengers right now, and they're being legit about it. You know, they're trying their best, and I would love to see those guys kind of get the momentum and the viewership. So, and I mean, like, there's not a lot of viewers to go around. Just currently I'm scrolling through, and top guy has 72, which it didn't look too legit to me, but let's just support people who do things the right way, who have some integrity, and try their best to provide the best content that they can. We're a month into the game, guys. For all the doom and gloom that's surrounding the game, and we're only a month in, so ideally this game has a long life, and this game has a lot more to go. And with that being said, I would love to see like what happened with the Destiny community happen with Avengers. The Destiny community spawned careers. You think of Gigs or Glad or Gathalion, even almost. Like Gek. Who else am I missing? Like, there's so many like careers that spawned off of Destiny. MTash as well. Like, I would love Avengers to get so big that people get to live their dreams because of it. I think that's one of the coolest things about this job, this career, that anyone can do it. But but just because anyone can do it does not mean we support everyone that does it, you know? And I think that's the one thing that we need to take away from this is support the people that are doing their best and you know, doing what they can. All in all, you know? So yeah, guys. So I'm in quite a little bit of pain here, but before I go, I know this is gonna be like a very short kind of assemble this week, and I'm super sorry about that, guys. Like I did not plan to hurt myself. Um, but before I go, like I said, we are 1 month in with the game, and over this past month, so this is gonna be a little bit of a retrospective kind of view in the game. Um, so with a month gone, you know, since the game has went live, there's been a lot of negativity towards the game, whether it's loot or the enemies or the mission types or matchmaking. You kind of name it. The only thing that hasn't been, well, I was going to say the characters, but, you know, Hulk has been kind of critiqued a little. So every aspect of this game has been critiqued. And one of the things I will always and forever say is that there have been a lot of good community members and community posts that have been very fair in their assessment and their criticism, and there's been a lot of community posts and community assessments that have been very unfair. And one of the things that I would love to see moving forward is that, you know, don't just call the game trash. I understand if you know something bad happens and the game crashes and you don't get your save file and you have to start over, I would be very very upset. Um, but I wouldn't rush to social media and just like dump on the game. I would, you know, look towards a refund or maybe a chargeback even, right? Contact Sony, Microsoft, Steam, like do what you can at that point. Um, but there are a lot of things that the game does wrong, and there are a lot of things that the game does right. And I think the way that we talk to Crystal Dynamics about it will definitely indicate like how much communication that we have going forward with them. I know on the subreddit this past week there was a lot of communication about where's the community developer or the community manager gone, you know. And I think we definitely need to be a little more easygoing with how we communicate and express our frustrations. I understand that the game's super frustrating for a lot of people. You know, when the glitch was going on where I couldn't get my villain sectors on a daily, you know, that's super frustrating. You know, that to me is probably one of the most frustrating things, right? Like I log in to do my dailies, and you know, I can't do them. Now, you know, I tweeted them the other day about making mega hives or elite heroic hives per character on a weekly basis instead of per account. Will they ever respond to me? No. But I still want to communicate with them as like a human being because they are human beings, and at the end of the day it's a video game, you know? This isn't going to be something that kind of ruins my life one way or another. Um and I think we all need to kind of just take a moment to appreciate that regardless of like what their job is, um, they're still a human being, man, and still need to treat them with respect and dignity. And you can be frustrated. You know, the game frustrates me too, but we have to understand and remember that there are people on the other side of that screen, and you can make your point without going over the top and vulgarity and all sorts of stuff like that. You know what I mean, guys? So I just want to put that out there, man, because I don't know when this game's gonna get better. You know, I don't know when this game is going to be in a state where we're all okay with it. You know, could it be this month with Kate Bishop, Substation Zero, and Secret Labs coming out? Yeah, totally. It could be. Could it be next month? Like, and the problem is like, I've seen communities go down really fast with regards to the way they treat each other, and it's one of the things that can like I would imagine as a developer or a community manager, when your community is so toxic, you know, why would you want to engage them? You know, um, and I think that's one of the things we need to keep in mind, right? Not only be good people to the developers and the manager and the community managers, so they come into the community and like talk to us, but also, be good to each other, man. People do check the subreddits before they buy a game. They do check to see what's going on, and it's okay to say, hey, this game has a lot of issues. Here's some of the issues I've been experiencing, so you may actually experience this, right? But if you just say this game fucking sucks, everything about it sucks, so broken, so fucking stupid, like developers suck, the game sucks, it all sucks, don't buy it. Like there's two different ways to kind of go about it. You know what I mean, guys? I think, like I said, I've been very fair with my criticism of the game. I've said, like, there's different ways to handle situations. For Hulk, for example, I said there's definitely ways to balance him with understanding the power dynamics of what a Hulk should be versus the game, right? And the game mechanics. But I've seen people, for example, have just said, yeah, Hulk fucking blows, man. Like, fuck, like, what the fuck is this? He should be running through everyone. And like, I know it's a little bit of straw manning. I get it. I get it, man. I just, we're a month in, guys. And the unfortunate thing is like, these developers never play the games they're developing in the genre. So, for example, look at all the improvements that Destiny 2 has made to the looter shooter genre, right? Think about all those years ago when Destiny 1 came out. And now we're on Destiny 2 with Beyond Light coming out in November. And we all remember how good, we thought it was with Destiny 1 at times. And then the improvements through the Taken King and then Rise of Iron. And now then they took 40 steps back with Destiny 2 Vanilla. And now Destiny 2 is in a decent state with some tweaks to be made. Now, and I wish that these game developers would be a little more agile in their development process so that, Crystal Dynamics could see a lot of the improvements that Bungie had made and implement them during the development process. But I don't think they're that nimble or agile in their process and like their development process to kind of make sweeping changes like that. But maybe they should be. Maybe they should be. Maybe we should demand that. That they're quicker on system changes or system implementation, so that it feels like they're actually paying attention to what the other competitors are doing. Because, for example, when it comes to matchmaking, why can't I pick a playlist, right? Why can't I pick a Hive playlist or a Warzone playlist? Why can't I pick the challenge level that I want to matchmake at, right? And I think if you just separate everything into playlists, like a quick match playlist, and you could select, hey, I want to do war zones, drop zones, hives, or vaults. You could select all those, and then you could select the challenge levels that you wanted to do as well, right? So you could say, I want to do war zones, drop zones, and vaults, and I'm okay with doing them from challenge 2 to 4, right? So 2, 3, 4. Or you just want to do a challenge 4. Then it would matchmake you with anyone who has set in those parameters as well, right? And I think something like that would be an interesting kind of way to kind of do things. But I think we need to demand more, but we need to demand more within scope. And maybe that's not in scope, but I still think unless they come out and actually say, hey guys, like, we see what you're saying, it's not really something we can do very quickly. Maybe something, next year would be planned to kind of look at, the matchmaking system in like the scope of it, for example. But without anyone bringing that up, or bringing that up in a way that the community managers are going to respond to, it just kind of falls to the wayside. You know what I mean? What's the saying that they say? You get more with honey than vinegar or whatever. Like, you know what I mean, guys? Like, I think we can ask for more and demand more, but we got to know how to like poke and prod in the way that like will get us the conversations that we want. Because like I said, I think there's still a lot wrong with the game. I still think there's a lot that can be fixed. But maybe it's all about the way we approach it, So yeah, so all in all, guys, we're a month in. The game's not perfect. The game is still not in the greatest state. We're still needing more content. We're still waiting on secret labs. We're still waiting on, hopefully that refreshes per character and not just per account. Waiting on more enemies. We're waiting on more maps. There's a lot. We're waiting on, for some people, they want new costumes in the marketplace, right? So it's going to take time, guys. It's going to take time. But I promise we'll get there. We're all going to get there together, all right? This month is going to be a good month for us, I imagine, right? We have Kate Bishop. We have Substation Zero. We have Secret Labs. Sorry guys, I'm blanking here. My arm is really not in a good spot right now. Um, so let's just keep it together. All right, we're all in this ride together. All right, we're all here for one reason only. We want the best Avengers game that we can get. All right, and it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time, but we'll get there. All right, we'll get there, and we'll do it together. So yeah, guys. So with that being said, everyone, thank you so much for listening, hanging out today. Sorry it was kind of a short episode, but I'm gonna go take it easy, relax, rest up. Hopefully, I don't have to go to the hospital later. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time on Assemble. My name is High Ruler, and thank you. Stay safe, and see you guys next time. Peace.